Mulishani Bantu, and this your boy Chiz African Appetite. Hope you're blessed, safe, well, and embracing life. Welcome if you're new to my channel. And if you're a creative cook who doesn't always do things by the book, then my videos here are definitely worth a look. Today we're going to be cooking stewed tilapia with wild okra, Bantu belly style. I hope this video inspires and entertains you. As always, your support is most appreciated. And remember, if you're feeling the vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. Help a brother live to eat, not just stay alive. Welcome to Dishes of the Diaspora. Right, so what we've got here, people, is some tilapia. It's been scaled, gutted, washed, and cut into pieces. And what you do is you add a bit of salt to taste there. Go in with your seasoning. I've added a curry-based seasoning here, but you could really add any seasoning of choice. And a generous amount of black pepper. Mix that through well and let it stand, preferably for a couple of hours, and then go on to the frying. I've just got some sunflower oil here, and to the sunflower oil I'm adding my fish, but I'm adding it very slowly, as you'll notice. The reason I'm doing this is just to try and make sure that it touches the oil completely. That will prevent it from sticking. You'll be surprised the amount of non-stick pans that actually stick. So after about 5 minutes, you're flipping the fish gently over, just so you can brown it on all sides. What you want to be doing here is you're basically browning the fish, and by browning the fish you're sealing it, so once it goes into the stew it doesn't start falling apart, and keeps its firm texture. And this is the end result that you're looking for, really. You're looking for some nicely fried fish, and really and truly it would go well here. Just with a glass of beer, it would go perfectly. And to the same oil that you fried the fish in, what you want to do is go in there with some onions, start sauteing them off. This is still at a relatively high heat. Regulate the heat depending on how your cooker works. Obviously you know your cooker. To that I've added some green chilies. This is completely optional. I just like the heat within my stew. But if you're a person who doesn't really like heat, then you can leave that bit out. To that I've added some chopped tomatoes, and it's tinned tomatoes at this point, just generally because that's what I had at hand. You can add fresh tomatoes. I've lightly blended the tomatoes, and I've just incorporated those into the sauce. And then after that, just bring it to a gentle boil. Bringing it down to a gentle boil, and just for texture and just a contrast of the tomato flavour, I like to add cherry tomatoes and slice them up. Reduce it to simmer here, because you don't want the cherry tomatoes to break down. You still want them to have their bite, and you can taste their sweetness throughout the dish once it's actually finished. To that I've added some dry oregano and just a little touch more of the curry powder, and just reduce my sauce down. As you can see, most of the water is evaporated here at this point. To that you add some crushed garlic. You can add pureed garlic or crushed garlic, or even the dry garlic granules. It's really up to you. And then you go in with the fish. So now you're adding in your fish. You don't need to be too careful at this point, because the fish is all nicely browned. So you're just adding it to your sauce. And just make sure you cover the whole base of your sauce in a bed of fish. Then at this point you just go on with the lid, cover it at a low heat, and leave it to simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. After that time you can add a cup of water here, as you can see, and a bay leaf to taste. At this point what you're trying to do is get the fish and the stew and the sauce to just marry together, and for all the flavours to be incorporated. The smells coming out of this are amazing. But at this point we have to cover it up again for a further 10 minutes. And we're nearly there now with the end result. As you can see, everything is all incorporated. The fish is nicely cooked through. And there you go. My stewed tilapia. All I've garnished it with is a little bit of chopped spring onions, absolutely amazing. But we're not going to have it on its own. What we're going to do here is we're going to cook some Molokhia. Molokhia is wild okra, to all those who don't know. It comes in a leaf form. We've got some of the traditional okra there that's been washed and chopped up. We've got red pepper, garlic, carrot, some onions and some bicarbonate soda. All we're doing is adding the chopped vegetables into a frying pan with some rapeseed oil. All I've done is chopped all the vegetables, but the carrots I've grated them, and all you want to do is just cook these down, add a little sprinkle of salt. You're just cooking them through and just really letting the natural sugars just come out of the vegetables here. Keep it at a low heat. Make sure you don't burn them, because the last thing you want to get is onions that are bitter or carrots that are burnt. And then to that you add your sliced okra. Okra is a sticky vegetable, so at this point you're going to have to go in with a wooden spoon or whatever your preferred utensil is, and just stir it through, just ensuring okra remains separate and it's stirred through. You don't want to overcook the okra, so you want to make sure that you're keeping it at a residual low heat. If you do overcook the okra, it does tend to become brown, and it's not really that nice at that point. To that, I've added crushed garlic and some green chilies, and then with the Molokhia. The Molokhia actually comes in a frozen form, so when you actually pour it down, it comes out the packet quite sticky, as you can see here. All you're doing is you're just adding it in and just stirring it through. Just stirring it through, keeping it at a low heat. You're just stirring it through, letting everything marry together. Now what you want to do is get half a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda. To that, add half a cup of water, and then you just want to mix that straight through, and then add that to your Molokhia and okra mixture, and then you stir that through as well. Bring it up to a gentle boil, and then at this point you cover it and you simmer for about 3 or 4 minutes. And then all it needs to do is just cook through for about another 10 minutes, and there you have it, my wild okra, or as some people call it, Molokhia. And we're going to serve all of this together along with the stewed tilapia. And what I like to do, my preferred way of eating it, is with starch and any form of pounded starch. And here I've got maize meal. In Zambia we call it nshima. You can have this with pounded yam or whatever your preferred starch is, or even some boiled yam or potatoes or whatever. It really does go well with any form of starch, and it's really nicely complemented by the wild okra. Do enjoy trying this. I hope it's inspired you, and I hope you can try and cook this or something similar. Maybe put a creative twist to it. I don't know. Leave it in the comments down below and let me know, yeah? Please follow us via social media and help us grow as a community together as we explore more dishes of the diaspora. Leave your comments below. Also, let your people know. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for all my latest videos. And remember, people, don't eat to live, live to eat. Peace.